Здравствуйте, дорогие ребята! Дистанционная образовательная программа, по которой мы начинаем занятия, это замечательная возможность не только попрактиковаться в восприятии английской речи, но и узнать много интересного. Программа «Обо всем на английском» Центра «Радость» познакомит вас с интересными фактами из истории мировой культуры. Ваш английский лексикон будет расширяться под звуки классической музыки и в знакомстве с шедеврами мирового искусства. Будет хорошо, если в ходе занятия вы начнете повторять как знакомые, так и новые для вас слова, фразы и выражения. Занятия составлены так, что для этого у вас будут все возможности. И еще несколько слов о правилах участия в проекте. 2 раза в месяц по воскресеньям вы будете получать ссылку на новое видеозанятие, которое можно смотреть в любое удобное время. Главное, во время просмотра не забывайте регистрироваться в анкете Google формы, ссылка на которую находится в описании ролика. Видеозанятия разделены на циклы. После просмотра каждого цикла из 4-5 занятий у вас появляется возможность потренироваться в прохождении тестирования на английском языке, повторить знание новых слов, терминов, выражений, ответить на вопросы на английском языке. Тестирование можно проходить трижды для достижения наилучшего результата. Пройдя тесты всех 4 модулей программы, вы получите итоговый сертификат «A Fencer of Beauty», что значит «ценитель прекрасного». Итак, прямо сейчас найдите в описании видеоролика, который смотрите, ссылку на анкету Google формы. Кликните по ней и заполните ячейки. А сейчас начнем наше путешествие в мир английского языка. So, dear friends, an exciting journey into the world of art and creativity is waiting for you. Auntie OWL stories. A soul sings, giving birth to sounds. Hello, dear friends. If you don't know me yet, let me introduce myself. My name is Auntie OWL. I live in the world for many years, and most of all, I like to tell different fairy tales. The tale begins from the beginning, reads to the end, does not interrupt in the middle. And more than fairy tales, I love music. If a fairy tale is combined with music, real magic happens. And we will create this magic together. Children, of course, you will help me. And so, my first question. This is my dream job. I am interested in music. I can write music every day. I like to travel around the world and play concerts. Who am I? Attention, correct answer. Composer. A composer is a person who writes music. The word appeared in Italy in the 16th century. The word composer comes from the Latin compositor and means to create. In the 13th century, composers were all people who created something new in art. Over time, the word composer meant only musicians. It happened closer to the 16th century, and since then, this word belongs to music. Well, friends, you are all great. And now, it's time to listen to music. It is my second question. What is the character of this music? It is a special music vocabulary for you. Calm, smooth, slow, thoughtful, gentle, sad, funny, playful, fast, cheerful, naughty, graceful, angry. Lullaby. You correctly understand this music is smooth, gentle, and slow. I want to close my eyes and take a nap with this music. Probably many of you heard this wonderful music in childhood, and someone was put to sleep to these gentle, charming sounds. Do you know that this lullaby is already about 300 years old? And this music was written by a wonderful composer. Wait, don't answer! Here are some facts from the composer's life. Some facts about the composer. At the age of 4, this composer wrote a concert for the clavecin. At the age of 7, his first symphony, and at the age of 12, his first opera. Traveling, the genius composer spent a total of 14 out of 35 years of his life. The composer had an extraordinary ear and memory. Even in childhood, from one listening, he could memorize a work that was complex in form and harmony, and then record it without a single mistake. The second name of this composer in translation from Greek means beloved by God. Scientists prove that the music of this composer has a great effect on the mental activity of a person, helps to become concentrated and think logically. Do you guess? This is the famous composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. He was extraordinarily talented. We say about such people that God kissed him at birth. You remember, one of his names is translated as beloved by God. But first, things first. Imagine a distant Salzburg, a very beautiful city in Austria, where Wolfgang was born. Narrow streets, nearby houses with brown roofs, majestic cathedrals with graceful towers. This is all Salzburg, and, of course, nature of extraordinary beauty. And so, on the 27th of January in 1756, a baby was born in the family of the violinist and teacher Leopold Mozart. Father Leopold Mozart had a huge impact on the formation of his son as a person and a musician. Even the phrase of Wolfgang is known after the father, only the Lord. Wolfgang and his older sister Maria Anna, whose home name was Nannerl, never went to public school. All education, including not only music, but also counting, writing, reading, their father gave them. Leopold Mozart was a perfect teacher. His methodological guide to teaching violin, published dozens of times. Mozart's father knew how to compose music. Then it was duty of the court musician. You and I will now listen to the minuet. The minuet is a graceful court dance. Are you ready? And so we listen to the minuet of Leopold Mozart. Children understand since the birth of little Wolfgang there was an atmosphere of creativity, musical sounds, and business. Well, when will Daddy let him exercise? It was a game for him to record melodies, accords by ear. So, playing, he began his music lessons and he devoted himself to music completely. Already at the age of 4, Mozart drew doodles on music paper and it made his father angry. However, the father's anger is quickly replaced by surprise. The notes are put together in a simple, harmonious piece. Leopold understood the highest giftedness of his son.
Wolfgang. Wolfgang.
One day, little Mozart came to his father and asked. He would play for him and he would record that music. And he played a real minuet that he just created in his head. Let's listen to one of young Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's minuets. music was with the young genius everywhere, on a walk, in the park, in classes with his father, and he only needed to write that he heard to paper. In those days, more than 250 years ago, life was very difficult for the court musician, and Mozart's father, Leopold, really wanted to provide his son with a brilliant future, and he decided that the whole world should know about the genius of young Mozart. With the greatest difficulty, he organized a tour of the Mozart family in Europe. The young, talented boy is 6, the sister is 10. Of that time, on the 30th of August in 1763, a concert will take place at 6 p.m. An 11-year-old girl and a 7-year-old boy will play concerts on the clavecin. The first will perform the most difficult pieces of great masters, and the boy will also play violin concerts, and during symphonies he will accompany the clavier. He will play just as well on a cloth-covered keyboard if he had an open keyboard in front of his eyes. Here is a map of the young Mozart's tour of Europe. Time went. At the age of 14, young Wolfgang became an academician of the Bologna Academy of Music. And then the young prodigy grew up. Certainly, he still was extraordinary talent and hardworking. He was no longer as funny, nice as he was before. Wolfgang's adult life begins, full of difficulties, hardships, but the main thing for him was always music. Mozart, in his short life, wrote over 600 musical works, including sacred works, operas, symphonies, piano concerts, many instrumental pieces, variations, songs. The name of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart for mankind is a symbol of genius and perfection. Mozart is the youth of music, bringing joy to mankind, spring renewal and spiritual harmony, Dmitri Shostakovich said. Often it seems to the composer's contemporaries that the composer was not serious about his gift. After all, he does it so easily. In fact, this is certainly not true. Mozart wrote about himself. People are mistaken, believing that my art comes easily to me. I assure no one devoted as much time and reflection to composition as I did. Famous work of the composer Turkish Ronda. The composer called this piece Ronda alla Turca. Let's see why this work is called so why Turkish. The fact is that the Ottoman, as Turkey was then called, was the worst enemy with Austria. They fought for more than 2 centuries. Despite this, the people of Vienna were very curious about everything Turkish. Turkish coffee has become a favorite drink of the Viennese. Among the curiosities that were interesting among Europeans was the music of the Turkish Janissaries. All military actions of the Ottomans were accompanied by music performed by a strange, unusual for the Austrians orchestra, consisting of percussion and wind instruments. Ronda comes from the French word and means circle. The music consists of repetitive parts, which are called refrain, and new musical episodes. And now watch how the animators imagined this beautiful music.
Run to all a turkey! Why'd the turkey cross the road? I'll fix this! Hey, listen to that!
Today, we will listen to another masterpiece by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. This piece is called A Little Night Serenade, and we will listen to a fragment of this music. While we are listening to music, we have some feelings. A certain mood is created, and someone can see the picture. This is what the animators imagined when listening to the genius music of Mozart. Well, dear friends, I have a little surprise for you. We spoke with you today about the genius of young Mozart, and now you will see how a young musician conducts the orchestra. A young musician of your age, the brilliant music of the immortal Mozart sounds. Well, dear friends, our lesson is over. Today we listened to the music of the wonderful composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. We listened Turkish Ronda, Little Night Serenade. Maybe after hearing this beautiful music, you want to pick up pencils or paints and draw what you heard. Submit your work to the exhibition I Want to See Music. I say goodbye. See you soon. Your Auntie OWL.